Ride around with the dope, I'm a
Swear be the truth, that what they say.
Sticks in here, what I'ma lock the doors for. She go for anything, yo, the bitch go for. Who got the work, scale it up, what it go for? Bitch, where you at? Bring that mouth here. I'm in the streets with a check, bitch, I'm out here. I got dope, I got crack, what you tryna do? My partner got the pills from pharmaceuticals. I dropped the sunroof, I'm just tryna let the car air. I'm smoking all gas, you just smoking all air. Yo, bitch on me bad, feel like I'm a ball player. All this trap money, feel like I'm a ball player. I spread them niggas like the phone, cause they out there. You don't fuck with Freddy, fuck them all well. You square, plus you salty, you a cracker nigga. Hope I with no safety, better back up nigga. Draco, you in your backup nigga. My shit was cold-blooded like a reptile, yes sir. Dropping off the top rope like a wrestler, yes sir. All up in your hoe said I'm the GOAT. Ride around with the dope, I'm a chauffeur. All these sticks in here, what I'ma lock the doors for. She go for anything, yo, the bitch go for. Who got the work, scale it up, what it go for? Scare me up, I'm a whole 1,008 grams. Moonwalking with the dope, make it Space Jam. You know time, make money, I can't waste damn. Don't play around by that money, lay him face down. You already know what the fuck. Don't know about the motherfucking movie. He ain't playing around about that. Chill up. I need to motherfucking thing. I come out them socks too, nigga.
Swear be the truth, that what they say. Not even say it.
Close the door. What's good? What's happening? Alright. Say no more. I'm really a chef. I could cook it up right here in front of you. What you need? Let go. I'm really a chef, cook it right out of left. Run up a check till I run out of breath. Point them out, make them live what they rap. Big cap niggas ain't living like that. Do the most, get too close, you a ghost. Dope is a dope, you get more than a dose. Give all that I got till it ain't nothing left. I don't need no help, I could do it myself. I'm really a chef, cook it right out of left. Run up a check till I run out of breath. Point them out, make them live what they rap. Big cap niggas ain't living like that. Do the most, get too close, you a ghost. Dope is a dope, you get more than a dose. Give all that I got till it ain't nothing left. I don't need no help, I could do it myself.
Niggas big cat like a Mexican Fiesta. Dope on the scale, you won't get no extras this way. Make your hoe do what the money say. Tell your old man he don't want it, babe. I just bought a new stick the other day. Cook dope on the stove or microwave. Neighbors don't like the J, they keep coming. I'ma keep serving the thumb and defy the ranks. Shit smell like fungus. No Q and I just the city. Keep fuck out my business, I'm just being honest. Keep dealers and killers among me. Wrap your ass up like a mummy. Stack that little white hood and dip on her. I feel like OJ, little homie. Told the plug the card, Malone. Send it to the Pope man. Freddie P flyer than most, higher than most. Try me, didn't I see a ghost? 93 OG, it came from West Coast. Tied to your hoe, I just came from a throat. MOBB OG gang, oh let's go.
Yeah, go take a seat, get out the kitchen, I'm cooking, keep whipping it. Long as promoters keep booking, I'm running it. You get it all till I'm done with it. Give me that repo, your block, you won't get it. Hell with the scale, got it booming like speakers. I know what I'm doing. Don't need no features, quartets and funerals, commas and numerals. Really a chef, cook it up right or left. Working my move, I need more than enough. These niggas bluff, they really not tough. Head first, running up a check till my heart start 3-point. Working on my shot, trying to get hot. Swear to God, promise not to fold, never flip flop. Good smoke, good dope, busting out the zip lock. Don't think about it, you try, you might die. These niggas capping, they living a lie.
Ride around with the dope, I'm a
Swear be the truth, that what they say.
All these sticks in here, what I'ma lock the doors for. She go for it.
Nah, I got this. I can't tell you how to do it, but I can show you. I can show you how to do it. The dope is the coldest, I know that that you notice. Detached from distraction, count up with a passion. Cashing and dashing, stacking and stashing. Pretty much do what I want without asking. Disable my feelings, I'm searching for healing. Pray to the ceiling, just send me a sign. Cover me, save me from wasting my time. They waiting on me, got them waiting in line. I know what I'm doing, just sit back and watch. They hate me so much, really love me a lot. No working it out, it ain't nothing to speak on. Negative thoughts and bad energy, be gone. Flash on the bitch, step on the peon. Prime time, coaching these niggas like Dion. New day, do it again like a rerun. My vision prophetic, all stays get beheaded. I did what I had to do, I don't regret it. They want the recipe, they can't get next to me. Done with the past, I want what's ahead of me. Grinding excessively, snapping my legacy.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
I'm living my purpose. Master my talents, I feel like it's worth it. The dopest, the coldest, I know that you notice. Master my talents, I feel like it's worth it. The dopest, the coldest, I know that you notice.
Mic check, mic check. Get a mic check, mic check. Turn the music down a little bit. Get a mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Shout out to the homies, man, King G. Y'all can check the link out in the description. Shout out to the homie Freddie P. Shout out to the homie Crucial K. Earz to the streets. I'm back in y'all area, man. Salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way in. We ain't gonna be here too long. I just figured I'd just go ahead and go over this story real quick and leave it up for the replay or whoever can catch the live. If you're live right now on YouTube and you caught Earz to the street, salute to you. So y'all, there was a viral story about a year ago, and this story had a lot of people really upset, because lately we've been going through a lot when it comes to men and women with their experience of dealing with a man or dealing with a woman. And there was a viral video that went crazy, got millions of views, about a young lady that was hit in the face with a brick. So she claimed. Now, even one of the most heartless men could be like, damn, nah, you shouldn't hit no woman in the face with a brick, unless she's trying to rob you or something. But, hitting a woman in the face with a brick is, a little bit extreme. But it turns out that this story wasn't absolutely 100% true. And I'm going to show you what has came to the surface. Now, the man that was accused of hitting this woman with the brick, it seemed like nobody really cares about, how his life got thrown into shambles. But, at the time, everybody was quick to jump behind this woman. Oh, this man hit a woman with a brick. Then, everybody started, oh, these men, all these black men don't protect black women and blah, 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 blah. It went crazy. So let's take a little journey down memory lane of how that whole situation unfolded.
He hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a brick is. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face, because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch.
So this was her claim, that this man hit her in the face with a brick for the sole reason she wouldn't give this man her phone number. And all these black men sat around and watched. These black men should be ashamed of themselves. And any black man watching that even thought about not doing anything and standing around and watching. That was the whole thing.
Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
She said, I want y'all to be a man and do something. Now, all these guys are like, what do you want us to do? And she wants these random guys to just, hey, I want y'all to do something. We'll call the police. That's about the most we could do. What, you want these men to go out there and give their life?
Okay, so from that point we had have dudes that was on the
Girl, she was sitting right there, but she was right.
So fast forward a year later, we end up having different results. But at the time, we had the lady saying she got hit in the face for solely not giving a man her number. Now, here are the dudes that were on the scene, and this was their account of it.
She was literally right there, bro. See what I'm saying?
And like, coming from the gas station.
We just came from the gas station, right? And she was talking about, she got hit with the brick, you know what I mean?
And then we was asking.
So, we just like, what just happened, bro? Who just hit?
So, none of these guys are the guy that hit you with the brick. But these guys then got pulled in some shit. Now they getting called bitch ass niggas because they ain't help out and all this stuff like that. Young guys just totally confused. But now that we finding out this was a lie, think about how crazy this is that these guys had to defend themselves and get thrown into this mix all behind a lie. Cause I want y'all to know this whole time all this was bullshit. So everything you seeing in the commotion of it is all bullshit. They're not aware of the bullshit, but she's fully aware that she's full of shit.
Brick, she talking about a guy in the suit. You know what I mean? But we saw the guy out here though. We never knew he was a bad guy though. You know what I mean? We saw the guy out here, like we working and stuff like that. So that was around here and stuff like that. That was moving and stuff like that with the girl before she got hit with the brick, you know? So what happened, we just don't know what happened. I think they had like an argument or something like that. We just don't know.
Before that, she was trying to fight with.
And that's smart of y'all, because y'all don't know what happened. You come out, woman hollering about she being hit. You didn't actually see it. And most guys, you know, will get emotional because the woman is emotional. And it's our natural instinct to protect. So most guys will come out and somebody say, this woman say, hey, this guy just hit me with a brick. This guy just hit me with a brick. A guy that's not mature or, you know, that's overly protective or whatever, he might go straight to that man and start beating the shit out of him or shooting him or anything. Crash out over a woman he doesn't even know. But see, this woman has made it where you can't even believe all women and just jump out there in that water because, hell, she would have set somebody up to get killed.
Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there before she got hit with a brick, you know what I mean? She was trying to fight, you know what I mean? So what happened is we were just
salute, Larry.
Out here, we was chilling and stuff like that. We went in the gas station. Right after we came back outside, she was right there talking about, I got hit with the brick, you know? And we was trying to help her. That's all we was trying to do. You see what I'm saying? We were trying to help her. I called the police and stuff like that.
Which is the right move. That's all you could do to help, young man. That was smart. What that man supposed to do, go crash out?
They pulled up. I talked to
Why she ain't call the police?
them. I know they got the video. The police got the video. Yeah, we can pull out the video. I was talking to the police. She was behind me, you know what I mean?
Now, there was a lot of misinformation. People claim finally investigation was done and
woman at the center of a viral
that she was the aggressor. Peep this real quick.
The woman at the center of a viral video who claimed a man threw a brick at her head because she would not give him her phone number is now wanted by Houston police. This story got national attention.
Damn, but her face is swole though. But it's crazy if that is not what happened. What the fuck happened to her face? I do have that question. I would like to know. But for her to go on and on and on and act like this particular man hit her with a brick and they got surveillance to show that she attacked the man. But let's hear what they say actually happened.
After that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe. Only KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest. Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has...
Damn, then she threw in there, he tried to kidnap her, but she tried to get a nigga some serious charges. See, it's one thing if you're going to try to make a claim to try to get some money. And you'll usually see people do this when it comes to, they're trying to do it when it's a celebrity or something like that. But she just trying to do the normal old Joe Blow 9-to-5 Uber driver, trying to get this man on some trumped up grape charges and some kidnapping and, well, my bad, I didn't mean to say grape because she didn't say that, but hell, that ain't too far-fetched. She probably was going to throw that in there later.
Has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
And it's one of them times where, you know, having too many cameras, because I hate going to these cities and they got a camera in every damn light. But, hey, I would be praising those cameras right now if they freed me like this. Woman accusing me of hitting her with a brick. Yeah, crank them cameras up.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched.
This video with more than 1 million likes on the Shade Room's Instagram page captured the moments after what appeared to be a brutal attack in West Houston.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The woman is 33-year-old Roda Osman.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Seen here in tears in a hospital gown.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No. That was.
Imagine if this was like in the 80s or the 90s where they didn't have cameras and stuff like that to actually catch what happened on the scene. And somebody's just telling this big bold-faced lie. I mean, imagine how many times this has happened in history.
Was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery.
And she had up to 42,000 in sympathetic women and people. And she's eating a watermelon like she's just some kind of African Nubian queen. Oh, you hit a black, beautiful woman. She's a pretty woman when she want to be. But she got a demon in her. You got everybody feeling bad. Hell, I even felt bad when I first seen it. I was like, man, what kind of bitch-ass nigga hit a woman with a brick? Had me upset. I was probably about to donate my damn self. But sometimes you got to let the story come out. Find out that the police got the camera footage. And she attacked a man. And if you attacked a man and you got your ass mollywop, I don't feel sorry for you. If he did hit you with, well, I still don't think he should have hit you with a brick if you attacked him, unless you was attacking him with a weapon. But, you know, if he knocked the shit out your ass, hell, I wouldn't be, you know, opposed to that. Stay your ass in your place. Don't put your hand on no man. You want to attack a man, get your ass hit with a water bottle, but I think the guy, well, I don't want to be a spoiler, but I think the guy's going to say her face was swole when the incident happened. It was already swollen. And that could have been an allergic reaction. But her face was fucked up. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck happened to her. But it wasn't from that man hitting her.
Raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence that I have suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even.
You could kind of see the bipolarness in her. So she's already did this before. She claimed to be assaulted by an officer in Minneapolis. Where's she at right now? So she's doing this in multiple states. She's seen that she almost got away with it. And, you know, she's one of those people that probably a little bit too smart for her own good.
believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osman addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
And tonight, a spokesperson for GoFundMe telling KPRC2 GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Roda Osman has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers. Osman did not respond when I reached out to her on Instagram this evening. Tonight, she is wanted here in Harris County on that theft charge. Anyone with information on her whereabouts can report that to Houston Police. We're live near the Galleria. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Bryce, thank you.
Okay, so Roda went on a long rant on IG saying this right here yesterday, as she knew the story of her being charged was about to break across the internet.
The violence has started again. I see that these people have no content. They have nothing to do but to live off of the Roda economy. My enemies are both invisible and have nothing to lose. Their whole platforms are built off of black women's pain. And I have threatened and showed them that I'm going to stop them and I'm never going to stop. I am going to make sure that this does not happen to anybody else, and I won't give up. The violence that I have fucking suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead, but I'm still here. And I know this is a worthy cause to fight for, because these people cannot keep doing this. They can't keep doing this. And like I said, they have nothing to lose. I'm dissertating for my PhD this semester. I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented, where they have nothing. But guess what? The more you try to come after me, the more you're playing yourself. Watch. God don't like ugly.
This is
Yeah, you right now. God don't like ugly. I ain't saying she ugly, but I'm just saying she got an ugly attitude.
Fight is not about whether this happened or not, because everybody knows this happened. There's a confession video, there's hospital records, there's police records. For God's sakes, I made a video from the scene of the crime. This is not about whether this happened to me or not. This is about them trying to protect their platforms, them trying to protect their ideologies of benefiting off of black women's pain. And because I've threatened to sue them and I've threatened to take down
benefiting off of black women's pay. So it went from the actual perpetrator who allegedly hit you with a brick. Now it's about the people who are reporting on it. You jumped onto social media and you wanted people to get involved. Now, when people got involved and things didn't go the way that she wanted to go, now she's on this campaign of trying to say, oh, you guys are framing me, you guys are attacking all black women. She rallied up the black community behind her. Shout out to Just Jay for the 10 gifted memberships. Get your membership. Just Jay is showing love. We love you, Just Jay. We appreciate you. But yeah, man, she tried to rally up the black women and the black men who care about black women, and then created this big divide on social media. Millions of people saw this. I saw it on Facebook. It was a lot of women who seen it, and it just brought all their PTSD back, and all men wasn't shit, and we were all black abusive, and we don't protect black women, and that became a big issue initiated by this situation. So it's a big super slap in the face where you see it was fully investigated and it's on 4K that not only a man did not hit you in the face with a brick, that you are attacking a black man, and not one time have you ever mentioned that you attacked the black man. If you said that you attacked him and then he hit you with a brick, we still would have said, okay, he wrong, but at least take your accountability. You're acting like, oh, I didn't want to give him my number. Well, I thought it was an Uber driver, but I don't want to give him my number. So he picked up a brick and hit me with a brick. And all y'all sat right there and watched it and stood around. and got all these black men around here in hot water. They probably got a whole bunch of hate mail about how they didn't step up for a black woman and all this stuff like this. No telling what those young black men went through because of these accusations. And she continues on with the lie, not wanting to take accountability when she got caught in the lie, and she just continues to play the victim. Even though there's a real victim, and that's the man that's having his life alternated because of the lie that she's continuing on with.
On their platforms, they're trying to make sure that they can intimidate me and silence me and make me give up. But I'm not giving up because I'm not allowing this to happen to somebody else. And I'm not allowing people to benefit off of black women's
It ain't happened to you. Talking about happened to somebody else.
pain. I can't imagine this happening to somebody else. I won't allow it. So guess what? They're trying to intimidate me. They're trying to silence me. They're trying to make me give up, but I won't. The more y'all come after me, the more evidence I'm pulling, the more you guys are helping my case, and the more that you guys will all have to be lined up and have to be exposed for what y'all did. Making a whole documentary out of this shit.
What y'all did? We didn't do nothing. You mean what the person that you claim did something? She made it where all black men hit her with a brick, or allegedly hit her with a brick. She didn't even keep it to the black man that she was accusing. She made it about all black men. That's amazing.
We're going to show every single person and what they've done. You can't just hide in the dark. It's coming to light, baby. And let's be honest. If y'all weren't really scared, and when I say y'all, I mean the people that are coming after me, then why are y'all doing all of this for 4 months? Why are y'all making 20 phone calls to the police? Why are y'all sending all these messages? Why?
Because we want justice. Because when you sitting here trying to lie on black men took that shit personal. Because every black man looked at that as like, that could have been my son. The black women are looking like, that could have been my son, my brother, my uncle, my daddy. You sitting over here lying, nobody hit you, and we got proof. And we got proof that you do this all the time. You don't want people to look at the facts. You just want them just to believe you. People crash out for you. Nah, ain't nobody crashing out. We're going to get to collect the evidence. I feel sorry if this was in the 1950s or the 60s or 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, because she would have got away with this.
Why are y'all fighting so hard? Because the truth is, you know that I have evidence. And the only way that y'all can win is if y'all take away my community support and if y'all make me give up and break my spirit. But my spirit will not be broken. You're the one that's weak. I'm not weak. You're the one that's scared. I'm not scared. I'm faithful. I'm very faithful. And I know that the truth will come out. And I know that the only person that will be apologizing is you guys. Because we're not apologizing. Black women are not apologizing. We're not apologizing for creating change. We're not apologizing for standing up to the truth. We're not apologizing.
And you see how she brought black women. She wanted y'all to fight in this war with her. Black women, we're not apologizing for wanting change. We're not apologizing for, this and that. We're not apologizing. And now you made black men like, hold on, man. Why you adding my woman? Why you adding my black women? My auntie, my mama. All them with your lie. Now I got to argue with my auntie, my mama, and all them because they were like, oh, we got to believe her. Why would she lie like that? Why would she lie? And black men like, but mama, she done did this before. Nah, what you just agreeing with a black woman getting hit with a brick? Nah, mama, I ain't saying that she didn't get hit, but, they say that there's a video where she hit the black man. Women don't want to hear that shit. When it comes to these type of situations, it's too traumatic. And then when you have one woman lie, now you muddy the water. Because there's going to be a woman that's telling the truth one day, and we're going to hold up. Everybody hold up. Let's wait for the evidence to come out. And even evidence might come out, and people still use this as a reference of how women might lie. One woman can fuck it up for millions of women. And vice versa. This is not just a woman thing. This is a liar thing. Because a man could do some weird shit and it happen, a man could do some shit for real and people won't believe them because you have women like this that are lie. What's good, Mom Boss?
apologizing for asking for justice. We're not. And y'all scared, because if y'all weren't scared, why y'all working this hard? Why can't y'all move on? Because y'all have no life and y'all very scared. But I'm not. I'm faithful. I do need community support. I need y'all to be just as vigilant as they are. I need y'all to be just as relentless as they are.
She wanted y'all to fight for her. She wanted the whole world to jump out the window for her.
We need y'all to tweet HPD every day, 5 times a day, telling them to give me the justice that I deserve. I need y'all to tell them that we've seen this confession video, because we will be posting the confession video, and that they've been sitting on it for 3 months, and what is the holdup? Put the pressure on them that they need, because they're putting pressure, they're applying pressure. So we need to apply the same pressure. And trust me, if this was just about me, I would have let it go like I've let so many other black men assault me in the past. But I'm not letting this go because this is about community change.
Cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. Do y'all hear this? This woman knows she's lying through her teeth. If this was just about me, I would have been let it go. It's about y'all. I'm doing this for the black women. I'm doing this for the people. Lying her ass off. Stirring up shit.
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment.
This is a nigga moment. This is niggas trying to destroy the black community from within.
And I've been popping my gums for years about protecting black women. So this is my opportunity to actually do that.
She been popping her gums for years about protecting black women. And she found the opportunity to protect black women by lying, correcting the situation. When she probably had very serious situations where she was with a dude that she probably was in love with, let him whip her ass. She didn't do a damn thing about it because she just wanted that man to love her. And when he finally just left off and went off, but she never called the police on her getting her ass whooped, and now she want the justice, so she willing to let any man take that. The justice that she wants from the one man that probably was whipping on her. You should have put that nigga in jail, man. Now you want to go put some innocent man in jail. That ain't right. That ain't right at all.
And I'm going to stay faithful to that. God has made me a tool for change, and I understand the assignment, and I'm going to complete the assignment like I always do.
And we understand the assignment too. What's good, Slim? Yeah, we understand the assignment too. And we're going to complete it. And that's putting your ass in jail and making sure that you got what you deserve. What's good, new guy, Flo?
Straight A's. I don't like being in this position. It doesn't feel good, but I know it's necessary, and I know I'm strong enough to be here. But I need y'all too, because this is for us.
Now, the man who was involved, he did speak to a content creator by the name of Tanya TKO, I believe that's her name.
Now, the man that was involved, he has a clip of one content creator that he talked to, but when I was doing my research, the man that was involved, he's had several interviews trying to clear his name. This woman had this man on a damn tour trying to clear his name. And the women never believed him. Look at how this woman clearly don't believe what this man got to say.
And now we did cover that as well. Peep this clip real quick. We have Olon Douglas, the man who was accused of hitting her with a brick. He's speaking, and he sat down with Tanya TKO on a live stream and answered some questions. And this one was kind of interesting right here, as she asked him, what was the level of intensity that you hit the lady back that claimed that you hit her with a brick? What was the level of intensity? And this was his response.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being how you would hold a baby, and 10 being the way you would swing a Kimbo slice, right?
Oh, it was a 3 or a 4, to be really honest with you.
So when you hit her with your hand, on a
I know
scale of
100%. I know 100% that her face didn't come.
Now, the police say he hit her with the bottle. But you see this little slick woman that does not want to acknowledge that the woman was attacking him. She's obviously playing into an audience, and you could see this as a man. And I don't know why the hell he even went up here. He probably thought that she was trying to be genuine. But you can tell by her saying, okay, 1 through 10. 10, how you hit Kimbo Slice, and 1, how you would hit a baby. Which one you did when you hit her with your hand? I don't know. If he said that he hit her with his hand, I don't know. But the police say he hit her with the bottle.
For me, I know 100%. No, I'm not gonna say 100%. I know 90% that she must have already had a big lump on her face before she even entered the club.
Now, that's, news, and he's telling that to a blogger. And the lady probably paid him or whatever, and he probably wanted to get his face out. He probably wasn't familiar with how social media and YouTube and shit work, because they'll bring you on there just to line your ass up. She probably has a large woman audience of abuse survivors and, Tony Braxton lovers. So they definitely wasn't on his side.
The theory that was already out there. However, I want you to answer the question on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of how hard you hit her.
4.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, so that's about the way that you would hit a child.
Now, you see how she's trying to line him up? So that's the way you would hit a child. Trying to make him out to be a child beater now. And you see what the people in her message said, because he's lying. They got video that this man reacted to being hit. And in their head, hell, even if a woman hit you, you shouldn't hit back. Which some people believe that. I'm 50-50 on that. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? I might let you hit me once. I might let you get 2-1. But you ain't gonna just keep putting your goddamn hands on me. And I might not, even when I strike back, I might not hit you like a dude. But motherfucker, you gonna stop hitting me. If I gotta contain you, slam your ass, whatever I gotta do to stop you from attacking me, I will do it. I won't go to extreme measures like I would with a man, but I am gonna stop you from putting your hands on me.
3 or 4.
With the same type of strength that you would hit a
3
child.
or 4. 3 or 4.
Okay. All right. Well, those are my questions. People want to know why you're fidgeting so much too. They think you got a lot of nervous energy.
Okay, so
damn, she said, how you fidgeting so much? You got a lot of nervous energy. I would be nervous too if I got a nation full of women that's, thinking that I just beat up on women. Yeah, I'd be nervous as a motherfucker. But hold on, let me get to. So now that she has been found guilty, let's go to a news article that I did find that discusses, what's happened when it comes to this guy. He's given interviews since she's been sentenced, and more details about what she actually got sentenced to. And y'all can tell me in the chat, do y'all think that the sentencing matches the crime?
Osman. Online, she's known as... Her name is Roda Osman. Online, she's known as Brick Lady, and her video went viral in 2023. But tonight, she is here in the Harris County Jail after a jury found her guilty of stealing more than $40,000 in a GoFundMe scheme.
Hold on, we got to hear that again. You say they got her in jail? She's actually in jail? That's what I'm talking about. That's justice. And guess what? She ain't in there with her face swole up.
Her name is
Yet.
Roda Osman. Online, she's known as Brick Lady, and her video went viral in 2023. But tonight, she is here in the Harris County Jail after a jury found her guilty of stealing more than $40,000 in a GoFundMe scheme.
This man just hit me in my face with a brick.
The selfie video by Roda Osman got millions of likes, but prosecutors say her claims of a man throwing a brick at her head didn't match the evidence.
She kind of made the couple months that happened my life a living hell.
I bet. I can imagine being that guy for 4 months. He running around platform to platform thinking he clearing his name. Everybody doing that wabbit shit to him. Oh, he really had to feel how it felt to be a how them wabbits get you. Trying to explain yourself. I can only imagine. And he like, boy, the way she did him, boy, and now them people done hit you with a brick. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, hey.
Douglas is the man she told police threw the brick at her outside a Houston bar in 2023. He never got charged, but she did, after raising more than $42,000 online. Now, more than 2 years later, a jury found Osman guilty of theft, deceptively raising all that money.
That'll teach you.
Glad that she didn't get away with just being able to lie. It seems like she gets on social media and just, manipulates and scams people.
Douglas is happy with the jury's verdict. The judge's sentencing plan, even more so. Osman will have to spend 90 days in jail, according to prosecutors, and pay full restitution. She'll be on probation for 10 years. Any violations could mean she goes to prison. But on top of that, she can't use social media in that 10-year period.
All right. What do y'all think about this sentencing? Do y'all think this is fair and justice? I think so. 90 days in jail, which that ain't a whole bunch, but, she ain't killed nobody. But she could have got the man hurt. 90 days in jail, I think that's fair. $42,000 in restitution. And I'm pretty sure he should sue and probably get a lot of money too, which she claims she got all this money. She know how to make real money. So, hell, bitch, you know how to make real money. Let me get some of that real money you know how to make. I need at least pain and suffering for that. What y'all think? Fellas, what you would want? I probably would want I probably wouldn't try to tax her, but I need I don't really know how much damage he took as far as from social media. I know they can be brutal. I think about a $500,000. Hey, if she was a celebrity, you could get way more. But I think I could get. I think about a quarter mil. I might sell out of court for about 50,000. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna throw it up there like a quarter, $500,000 or whatever. I'm suing you for pain and suffering, man. Yeah. You gonna work for me for the rest of your life. You might as well just, you might as well just,
to prison, but on top of that, she can't use social media in that 10-year period.
I'd say it's pretty rare.
Defense attorney Joe Venus isn't connected to...
Hold on, she can't do what? So, part of her probation, she can't use social media for 10 years. If within any of this 10 years she violates, she going to prison for the rest of those 10 years. That's the trick right there. Social media ban. Oh, man. Yeah, she going to be walking on thin ice for 10 years. And I think it's fair. I think she might should have got 180 days. I would have liked this. Matter of fact, I think she should have got a year. To give her a whole year to think about that shit. And 10 years probation. That's the only thing. And she should have been required to pay for all my legal fees from when I sue her ass. So when he sue her, she, definitely gonna get all his legal fees paid. But I definitely need pain and suffering, legal fees. I should be able to press special charges. Because they just found her guilty of theft. I should be able to press charges of, something. I should be able to press some kind of charges as a man for the woman lying on me. She's only been found guilty of theft. And this is what she got for theft. That's not including what she did to him.
Social media in that 10-year period.
I'd say it's pretty rare.
Defense attorney Joe Venus isn't connected to the case, but says he's never seen a social media ban as a condition of probation.
If somebody's sophisticated enough with social media to commit a crime using social media, I imagine that it's a pretty big part of her life. So that's gonna be difficult for her. But as
she ain't gonna do nothing but make a alias. She gonna fuck around and get her a VPN where she can hide her IP address, and she ain't gonna never put no real pictures of herself on there, and she just gonna scam people from behind the scenes. That woman lives for attention. She needs to be on social media.
I remind my clients all the time, probation's supposed to be hard.
Consequences Douglas says he hopes Osman faces after he received death threats, and the case got the internet's attention.
When this happened, it seemed like the world was loud. She had loud supporters. She had loud fans. And I'm just interested, where are y'all now?
We should note that.
Yeah, where y'all at now? What all those women that were probably hitting this man up, calling him all type of names, had people threatening him, had this man nervous to go out thinking that people seen him and, you know, he would be attacked. And where are all those people now? But this story was quiet as a motherfucker. Now, I've been seeing some YouTubers talk about it, but it definitely isn't as loud as it was when everybody thought he hit the woman with the brick. It ain't that loud.
The judgment and final conditions of probation have not yet been signed in this case, but additional hearings have been scheduled when that could happen. Osman's defense attorney has not responded to multiple requests for comments, but based on records, we know they do plan to appeal this conviction. As for how her head ended up looking the way it did, prosecutors tell me the leading theory shared by a detective during the trial is that Osman fell and hit her head on a car door frame while intoxicated. And as for all the money, bank records revealed it got spent on trips, spas, and ride shares.
Ain't that some shit? She one of those drunk bitches, and she do seem like one of those blackout drunks. She done blacked out drunk, bust her face open, and she needed a reason why it was swole like that. Like old boy said, her face was already swole. And here she is coming all crazy and got hit in the face with a bottle, and she just tripping out. I'm pretty sure the reason she can't keep a man is because she probably violent and drunk. But it's a cold, cold world out here, man. It's a cold, cold world. But I tell you what we got in here? I think I can all right, y'all, I tell you what, I got one more story of a motherfucker lying to the police, riling the police up, using up all the resources, and using another race to to rile up people in a hateful way. So let's go through this story. I was gonna do an upload about it, but I'll clip it out. So this is a story that happened kind of close down here to Orlando. Well, I'm not in Orlando, but this is a story that happened down in Florida. I don't know if you caught it, but this is a story about a little white boy that falsely claimed that he was kidnapped by some Mexicans, and that he was kidnapped and shot by some Mexicans. Now this story is one of the wildest stories I've seen, because the boy went so far to try to cover up his what he did, to the point where he shot himself. You know, I can't make this shit up, so let me show y'all how this story was unfolding before the police realized that it was a hoax. Now, you had your usual suspects, and I believe if this thing would have went on for another day, you would have heard your president, making these, using it as a political stunt, because a lot of people online was already making it a political thing. But as soon as it was found out that it was a hoax, nobody wanted to talk about it no more. So this how it was when it first started. Before anybody knew it was a hoax, this was the news.
Deputies have checked hospitals and are hoping that you can help find him. He was last seen on Southwest Highway 484 in Denellen, and Fox 35's Chancellor Wynn joins us live there right now. So, Chancellor, all deputies have found so far is his car.
Yeah, John, that's what deputies are working with right now. They have a truck that they believe was involved in a shooting, and they say that truck belonged to Caden. I'm going to take a quick step out of the way because I want you to take a look at that truck. If we zoom in past this Marion County Sheriff's vehicles here, you can see a large group of people, even some evidence markers, but it's the truck with the 2 doors open. That's where this investigation is focusing. Deputies say around 4 o'clock this afternoon, they received calls, reports of a shooting. When they arrived, they say that truck appeared to be involved in a shooting, but the victim, Caden, was nowhere to be found, so they started searching for him. And I want you to come out a little bit and just see how large this scene remains. This has been here for about 6 hours. You have 2 different forensic unit vehicles, and what you can't see is in the sky. There's a helicopter that's been searching above using infrared cameras to try to find hot spots in the woods, because this is a large wooded area. Now, I want you to take a look at a picture of Caden, because really the priority for deputies right now is trying to find him. So getting a better image of him, seeing maybe you've seen him somewhere or seen him at all since 4 o'clock, because deputies believe he may be with 4 unknown men, possibly Hispanic, driving a light-colored van. And again, this is a picture of Caden. He's 6 foot tall, around 150 pounds.
So that was the news story, y'all. You had people in Orlando, from Orlando to Tampa, going bananas. Particularly white people. Now let's look in the chat. Let's look in the chat how people was reacting to this story. You know, here's the woman, here's the mother. I got a message that I need help. 4 Hispanic in a white van, 1 driver. I'm shot. Looks like the tracks headed towards Dunnyland. Nothing found with helicopters and dogs. I was told that police are looking in ditches and river in case they drop him off somewhere along the way. Please help find him. This is the mother reaching out, telling people she's worried about her son, because her son texts her saying, hey, I'm being kidnapped by 4 Mexicans, and I got on a MAGA hat. You know what I mean? Who the hell get the text people and say, hey, I'm being kidnapped? First of all. Now look at the comments. Dear God, we beg to please protect this young man, which these are typical. I ain't mad at it. This is horrifying. I'm so disturbed by this. I don't know why it's not on any of the news channels. This is sickening. I agree with you, ma'am. I'm a heart that. It should be on all the news channels. See, she got a blue chip, so she probably got a big following. But I bet when they found out it was a hoax, you wasn't wondering why it wasn't on all the major news channels then. Yeah, that part. This was sent to me and a few others in a Facebook group. Local reporting adds he may have been wearing a red MAGA Make America Great Again hat at the time of his disappearance. God, I pray we find him. This will only make it harder to choose peace. So they made it about MAGA, y'all. They went into a secret Facebook group and said, hey, I heard he was wearing a MAGA hat. We really need to get him now. They say the 4 Mexicans got him. Oh, hell yeah. It's time for that war. Y'all see what's going on here? Mom, I'm shot. 4 men. White van. That was the last message 17-year-old Caden Spake sent to his mom. Moments later, his phone was found snapped in half, and now Caden is missing. This isn't just a runaway. This is a full-blown Amber Alert out of Dunnyline, Florida, and it's terrifying. I got his alert 2 times on my phone last night from Marion County. They could literally drop him anywhere. I'm terrified for him. This is what they had out, y'all. Look at this, y'all. This is a hate crime. FBI needs to get involved. If this kid isn't found safe, they'll burn this state to the ground and get whoever's involved. Wow. What about if you find out that it's a hoax? Florida has open carry now, so we can approach anyone we damn well feel like. These motherfuckers were ready to go run up on anybody about this kid. They was ready to go to war about him. Apparently, he was wearing a MAGA hat. All right. So now I guess it's starting to come to light that he lied, because this is the next day, the 26th. Initial report, September 25th, Amber Alert was issued for 17-year-old Caden Spates. Come to find out, he was lying, though. But, you know, they still had a lot of people worried or whatever. Now, let's get into what ended up happening.
Need more people in your restaurant?
Let's find out what ended up happening.
Ad Solutions can...
Hold on, we got commercials.
At that truck. If we zoom in past the...
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. Here we go.
Teenager's parent claimed that he'd been kidnapped. Now, as authorities claim it was all an elaborate hoax, 17-year-old Caden Spite is officially facing charges for wasting resources. We have new details we have to get into. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Man, shout out to Sidebar and Law and Crime, man. I love this this channel. You can find out a lot about a lot of cases. I mean, they sit in the courtrooms with a lot of cases and everything, and hey, man, they got it's a lot of content that you can follow through on with Sidebar.
When Caden Spite was first reported missing in Central Florida on September 25th, there was an absolute groundswell of support from the community. His mother, Annie, wrote on Facebook, "I got a message that I need help. 4 Hispanics in a white van, 1 driver. I'm shot. Looks like the track's headed towards Denellen. Nothing found with helicopter or dogs. I was told police are looking in ditches and river in case they dropped him off somewhere along the way. Please help find him."
Now, it's crazy that when he told his mother that he was being kidnapped, he had to throw in there Hispanics. He couldn't say, "I just got kidnapped." He had to try to say, "I got kidnapped by Hispanics." Why?
And the Denellen and Citrus Springs community, they jumped into action. Neighbors, friends, they organized searches. Florida's Department of Law Enforcement, the FDLE, they issued an Amber Alert for Caden. The Marion County Sheriff's Office deployed canine units. They launched helicopters. They mobilized patrol teams to search for him. But
think about how much money this is. And I want y'all to know that I did a follow-up on this. He already done took a plea deal. And y'all can guess what the plea deal is going to be. All these resources and stuff, all the people whose life that is in danger, to find out that this is a hoax, and to find out how far he went to go with this hoax. And he already took a plea deal because they want to go ahead and get it out the way and give him a slap on the wrist.
But as more details started coming out about what might have happened, his whereabouts, before his supposed kidnapping, that's when there was a turn. That is when concern quickly turned into suspicion. Caden was spotted on surveillance video inside an Ocala Walmart store dozens of miles away from the family home, buying a bicycle just before he was allegedly kidnapped. Marion County deputies confirmed that Caden also bought camping equipment, including a tent, before being seen on security cameras getting on the bike in the parking lot and leaving. The sheriff's office would later update its social media pages to say that Caden had been located safe and the investigation was ongoing. Clearly, something was going on here.
They didn't say, "Hey, this is a hoax."
And now, what we want to talk about, now, there has been this affidavit that was filed in connection with this case. It has been released, and it is giving us a lot more details about what deputies were discovering about Caden's disappearance and what happened when they confronted the team about his alleged scheme. This 11-page document is a treasure trove of information. So to talk about this, to talk about the potential repercussions of this teen's decisions, I want to bring in Dave Arenberg, former line. Dave, thanks so much for social media across at least one Caden Spite post. In fact, the response on the lookout, you couldn't scroll Facebook without coming across at least one Caden Spite post. In fact, the response from law enforcement and the community, it was so overwhelming that the sheriff addressed it in a news conference a few days after Caden was found.
Many of you are asking, well, why do you diverted so many resources? The truth is, in all cases, we cannot take anything that's done or said lightly. We have to take it as though it was the truth in the beginning. Because heaven forbid, if something just made one little turn and it turned out to be the truth.
Now that's a fine line, right, Dave? I mean, how much?
It's never been easier to start a podcast.
So, of course, the people had to take it all serious, you know, and you know how white people is when it's theirs. they gonna have maximum pressure on the police, and the police seem to, work when they have maximum pressure on them like that.
Now, Jesse, this is a social media world. Everyone, 17-year-old, and then realizing it was a hoax. And he is trying to get ahead of it because you don't want any vigilante justice. You don't want harassment for the family. And so he's coming out and being transparent about it. So I think he did a really good job.
Yeah, there was genuine concern out there, and now there's different feelings. Now, this is a story that we've been on top of since the very beginning of it, and the reason we can do this, the reason we can provide you updates, is because of the amazing support that we get from our sponsor. Right Steps. Detective was called about a possible kidnapping near the intersection of Southwest Highway 484 and Southwest 128th Avenue in Dunellen. And here's what he saw. The vehicle had what appeared to be a bullet hole going into the driver's side windshield and appeared to have hit the driver's seat headrest. There appeared to be one shell casing in front of the vehicle. The driver's door was open, and there appeared to be suspected blood on the inside of the driver's door panel. There appeared to be suspected blood on the footstep into the truck, driver's side floorboard, driver's seat, and steering wheel. There also appeared to be suspected blood in the sand just outside of the driver's door. So you're talking about a lot of blood evidence, or potentially blood evidence here. This is just not just from a scrape or a bloody nose or something like that. But that wasn't the only critical evidence at the scene. The affidavit reads, just outside of the driver's door, there also appeared to be drag marks in the sand, and these drag marks appeared to be spaced out. There were multiple tire tracks, including a bicycle track in the sand leading from the passenger side of where the vehicle was parked. On the truck bed, there was a destroyed cell phone left at the location. The destroyed cell phone was nearly cut in half because of how badly it was damaged. I would later learn this cell phone belonged to the suspect based on the description later provided by the suspect's parents. Dave, this is a lot of critical evidence at first, but then when you look back at it with 20/20 hindsight, knowing that deputies later had made the conclusion that the whole thing was a hoax.
Yeah, that's a little diabolical that he went through this many steps. The guy shot himself, y'all. This fool go buys a bike from Walmart, buys some camping equipment, takes his car, park on the side of the road, stage a shooting, shoots his own damn self, damn near could kill himself, breaks his phone, stages him dragging himself off into the woods, all to just say some Mexicans need to go back, that MAGA and Mexicans and Latinos are ruining our country. This is how far they going just to show that. Or just to try to fake that. They even indoctrinating their kids to do dumb shit.
That's the allegation. What do you take away from that? That's a lot of planning and a lot of work if this is true.
Sure is. Also, this kid could have killed himself because shooting yourself in the leg, there's a lot of bad things that could happen. I mean, I know in the movies it's just seemingly a flesh wound, but that could have hit a vessel and really he could have died. So he went through such great lengths here. And also my question is the motive. I know people are talking that he wanted to run away. He expressed that beforehand. But if you're going to tell your family that you were shot and you're at a hospital, then how are you running away? You're being identified. You're being located.
Yeah, he really needed a hug or something. Cause ain't no damn way I'm shooting myself, but I want to run away. I'm trying to see what the motivation is here too.
Really plan things out. At the same time, he didn't think things out. He didn't think 2 moves ahead. Of course, this was going to be found and people are going to know what's going on. And then what's next? What's next? What is his end game here? So I guess that's what happens when you're 17 years old and your brain doesn't stop developing until you're around 25, 26.
Well, we always ask these kinds of questions in these, side, and it's a concerning thing, but you're expending the time and resources of law enforcement, and that's really the problem here as well. So the detective wrote here that he did a recorded phone interview with Caden's mom, and according to her, Caden was homeschooled, but he was dual enrolled with the College of Central Florida, where he had an agricultural class on Thursdays. September 25th was one of those Thursdays, and Caden's mom had apparently asked him to pick up milk on his way home. According to the affidavit, that text message about being kidnapped by 4 Hispanic people was actually sent in a group text to Caden's mom, dad, and younger brother. His mom said she'd actually last seen him the night before. She left for work around 8 a.m. Caden was supposed to go to class at around 10:30. The text about the alleged kidnapping came in just after 4 p.m. And Caden's mom, quote, advised the text was out of character for the suspect and further advised he was a good kid. She had no information on the possible Hispanic suspects mentioned within the text message. And this detective also spoke with Caden's father. Quote, Mr. Spite advised he called the suspect at approximately 15:41 hours to ask him about a test he took today, and everything sounded normal. Mr. Spite advised there was an argument that ensued at a rodeo last Sunday, September 21st, 2025, with a separate family, but there was no physical fight. According to Caden's parents, he had mentioned maybe running away months back, but hadn't really brought it up recently, seemed to be acting totally normal. But as part of the next steps, the detective checked with local hospitals, to see if anyone had come into the ER, but no one had seen him. A search was done to see if there had been previous runaway reports. There hadn't been. The Marion County Sheriff's Office deployed canine units, its helicopter. There was no sign of Caden. And the detective then got permission from Caden's mom to go through a laptop that was still inside the truck to see if anything could point to what happened here. Didn't find anything relevant. So at that point, that is when the FDLE activated the Amber Alert. Now, Dave, 2 points here I want to get your opinion on. So first of all, you're getting the sense of how the family was completely shocked and in the
So at least we know his family didn't have anything to do with it.
He cost taxpayers lots of money, put everyone in a state of frenzy, and could have killed himself. And then he blamed it on Hispanics. That doesn't sound like such a great kid. This is something that to create some turmoil within a community and having everyone look over their shoulder for some Hispanics who allegedly kidnapped someone when that wasn't true. This reminds me of Susan Smith, who, when she rolled her kids into the lake, killing them, she blamed it on black people who hijacked her car, who carjacked her. So, this is the kind of thing that you don't need in a community. You don't need during our...
I agree with this, this man right here. We do not need this type of bullshit with the height of the hatred that's going around. I know my black people don't think about the Hispanic community as much because we have our own problems, but if they could do it to them, they could do it to us. And they probably don't think about our struggle as much, and they should be thinking about it, because if they'll do it to us, they'll do it to them. And I'm not just saying like all white folks. I love my good white people. I'm talking about that system of that cult of these evil motherfuckers that, violence is the answer, manipulation, lying, and doing shit like this. Because obviously these guys are Caucasian guys, and they actually know the difference between right and wrong. But it's this type of shit where, no, he didn't kill anybody. He could have killed himself, and exploiting all these resources and putting Hispanics' lives in danger, even though I guess since, we're in America, people don't take these people's lives as serious as they would have took, some good old white people's lives. But there was Hispanics that were in trouble at this time, because people were thinking that 4 Hispanics just kidnapped this young white boy. And you seen it, people were like, hey, we're going to burn this place down. We're going to burn this state down if y'all don't find him alive. Now, what if some stupid motherfuckers actually do this? Or what if this hoax would have worked and would have started a whole race war? And like they said, you had the other lady that rolled up her 4 kids and tried to blame it on a black guy.
Difficult times right now when everyone's on edge about a variety of things, and it just shows part of the problem that these parents who just, kid's great, no problems at all. Clearly there are problems. Clearly the kid is not great, and that's why the kid is facing serious criminal charges, although he's being charged as a juvenile. So don't expect any real
charge as a juvenile, 17 years old. Yeah, charge him as a juvenile. Yeah, now you should be charged as an adult.
Incarceration here.
You make a great point. It's pretty disgusting what they're saying he did here, but also this detective really didn't seem to be jumping to any conclusions, covered all of the bases before reaching out about the Amber Alert, which that
actually himself didn't think of the impact it would have on an entire community, and that's why he's being charged with some real crimes here. One thing to know, Jesse, he's being charged with, among other things, filing a false police report and making false statements, even though he's not the one who filed the police report, even though he's not the one who directly made the false statements. But when he lied and gave all this.
So as we can see, he ain't getting charged with nothing serious. Everything he got charged with, he'll get a little probation, some community service, a little fine. He could go work with his dad and, do some work in the church, and they could say, oh, he was just a kid. He didn't know any better. Yeah, he was just a stupid kid. And like, man, please. Not, really putting out there what could have really happened. And his parents should be arrested, because I believe at the end of this, and I'm trying to skip forward to the end of it, when they were trying to interview this guy and get the real story out of him, the parents refused to let the young man tell them what was going on. Let me see if I got that part on here.
this was an easy one, case closed.
So investigators, they spoke with an employee at this auto parts store too, who, quote, would advise an individual attempted to sell a black bicycle wearing a silver logo, which he would decline. After the encounter with the suspect, he observed a social media post depicting the suspect and recognized him as the individual attempting to sell the bicycle. Investigators, they also reportedly found the tent and the sleeping bag that he apparently bought at Walmart. They found it in a clothing donation box in the parking lot. So you're seeing just all of this coming together. Caden eventually went to a hospital in Gainesville for his gunshot wound, and the Marion County detective wrote, upon arrival, I observed the suspect in the hospital bed and his parents nearby. The suspect did not appear to have an injury on his upper torso or on his face, further corroborating his text about being hit was false. Mr. Spite stated the suspect had no other injuries other than his injury upon his right leg. Mr. Spite stated the injury will require surgery because his right femur bone had been shattered. Now, Caden's father told the investigator that he was getting an attorney for his son, requested that officers not speak with him, did consent, by the way, to DNA swabs being taken, though. Now, of course, it didn't look good when the Marion County Sheriff revealed in his press conference that the Spites were reportedly not cooperating. But the affidavit says that forensic technicians, they were able to match the shell casing found near Caden to his father's gun, as well as the shell casing found in front of the truck the day before. They also matched the blood inside the Gatorade bottle to Caden. So you see all this evidence coming together. And the affidavit concluded, based on the above mentioned facts, the suspect unlawfully possessed his father's firearm as a juvenile, discharged it into his father's vehicle, fabricated evidence to suggest a crime occurred, and willfully sent his family false information by text message, thereby causing that misinformation to be conveyed to law enforcement. So again,
now, this wraps up the whole thing in a small sum. Think about what this young man did. He possessed a gun, his father's gun, unlawfully. That right there will have a young black man with a felony and pretty much on his way to prison. At 17 years old, you're going to get charged as an adult in Florida if you got a gun unlawfully. Now, there's another thing that comes when you have a gun and you commit a crime. That's called possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. The crime that he committed was discharging that firearm. Even though he shot himself, he still discharged that firearm in a public area. There's another charge. I'm not police, but hell, I've been charged with so much shit when they pile on. I know how they pile on shit, and they wasn't piling on shit on him. Even though he did some despicable shit. So he discharged a firearm. He unlawfully had a firearm. He pretty much put other people's lives in danger by discharging that firearm. He lied on people so they could have been hurt. I don't know what kind of charge that is. It should be a charge. But it's definitely a felony to have an unlawful firearm and to commit a crime while you have that firearm. No, you didn't hurt nobody, but you lied to the police. That's a crime. Wasted all those resources. Where is the restitution that you're going to have to pay? But we're going to see what's really going to happen. The family refused to let the police talk to this young man. Well, his ass should be under arrest and immediately. But they gave him a whole bunch of time to lawyer up, heal up. He got all these condolences. Oh, we're glad he's home safe and all that. No, you're under fucking arrest. You don't get to protect him. But they do have the right to tell him to remain silent and have a lawyer to defend him. That's what happens when, and I'm pretty sure he'll get a pardon.
Again, the charges that Caden faces are presenting false evidence, shooting into a conveyance, making a false report of a crime, and possession of a firearm by a minor.
Where's the possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime? Yeah.
He's released from the Marion County Sheriff.
And I ain't hear them say, hey, we tested him for drugs. Was he on any drugs? You telling me he did all this shit sober? I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
Sheriff's office indicates that Caden was arrested. He was transported to the Department of Juvenile Justice. So, Dave, you talked.
Well, he probably ain't do not one damn second. His parents signed him out. He ain't have to bond out, none of that shit. They taking him to juvie at 17 with a gun. Get caught with a gun at 17 as a young black dude in the hood. See where your ass going at. You going to county. I'm going to tell you where you're going at. I know where you're going at where I'm from in Georgia, but I know Florida, it's similar, but I think you got to be 18. But nah, you're going to jail 17 with a gun. Especially you firing that gun. That's a felony. It ain't unlawfully having a gun. It's possession of a firearm. Carrying a concealed weapon. All of that.
Talked about it being in the juvenile system. What can we expect next? I mean, do you think he's going to get convicted? Do you expect a plea? What could his punishment ultimately be?
Because he's in juvenile court, he'll get sent to the Department of Juvenile Justice. There'll be a judge, not a jury, and the judge will send perhaps to a residential commitment facility, and it can range from low risk to maximum risk, and he can be under the jurisdiction of the Department of Juvenile Justice until the age of 19, or if it's a very serious crime, 21. But that's it. That's why if you have something that involves like murder, someone who's a teenager will be charged as an adult because the juvenile system jurisdiction ends at 19 or 21. It depends. And that's really going to be his fate. It'll be a residential commitment, I think, at least for some time. His driver's license could be suspended. He'll have to pay some restitution. But as far as adult prison, doesn't look like that's on the table.
Of course it wouldn't be. Nah. He's just a kid. He made a mistake. Now, let me see. Because I read somewhere that he took a plea deal already, which this only happened like a month ago. I mean, a couple of weeks ago. Let me see. Before we get out of here, let me go on Google and see if he took a plea deal. Okay, so teen at center of Marion kidnapping hoax takes plea deal. Let's see what type of plea deal. I know they gave him a sweetheart plea deal. Man, he took that bitch today too. Oh no. Yeah. 17-year-old boy who we are not naming in accordance with our Spectrum News guidelines entered into a plea agreement on 4 charges connected with the alleged abduction hoax. According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, September 25th, teen had texted his family, blah, 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 how much time he took. Given the nature of the alleged crime, prosecutors say they plan to seek restitution for the cost of the search, which the Sheriff's Office calculated to be about $14,000. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so the team remains at the Marion Regional Juvenile Detention Center and will be sentenced in November. So pretty much all they saying they want is their money back. $14,000 and what? He pick up some trash on the side of the road. $14,000. You telling me all the search dogs, the helicopters, all the officers that was looking for 24 hours, the infrared beam shit that you said that y'all had, all that cost $14,000. That's bullshit. You catch a ride to the ambulance. You catch a ride in the ambulance right now. Because you fell off a curve and it's gonna cost more than $14,000. But you telling me they had a whole search party out there and only cost $14,000, and that's all they seeking. Given the nature of the alleged crime, prosecutors say they plan to seek restitution for the cost of the search. They ain't saying they seeking to give him a punishment where he can learn that he really learned his lesson. Oh yeah, he's just a kid. He already shot himself. He could have been kidnapped by some Mexicans. You never know. Man, you can't beat these people, man. But anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I'm going to get on up out of here. I'm glad y'all pulled up to enjoy the show with me. We're just talking, going over these people that love to make these false police reports. And, I mean, social media has become a place where everybody come to get their attention, their daily addiction of attention. And it's sad out here, man. People will lie on other people. They don't care about who they hurt, the resources that they waste, who gets hurt in the crossfire or how it affects other people. People are just greedy, man. Yeah, he could have lost his leg Wednesday. And he's so stupid. But when you got parents that's going to bail you out of everything, I mean, his parents hired him a lawyer, and I'm pretty sure they're going to pay that $14,000 restitution fee. And, you know, hey, and he'll be going on about his career. And, you know, 10 years from now, Dad, I forgot about this. And, you know, they'll still be throwing Mexicans out for committing crimes that they didn't commit. But anyway, salute G Mama Body, Just J Money Man, salute David Johnson, Carl Belton, everybody that pulled up. I'm going to go ahead and get in here, and I got a couple of more weeks on this job, so it's time for me to wrap it up and get to work in the morning. But I'm glad y'all pulled up. But y'all have a good night. I'm going to get off of here. Ears to the streets. I'm out y'all area. Gone. Salute to Rand.
Keep going crazy.
Salute Jimmy McFly. Keep going crazy. What's good, Jimmy McFly? Salute to you. Salute to Rand. Salute G Mama Body. Salute to the Wabbit Patrol, Mom Boss.
You better march when I step. 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 Nigga march when I step. You better march when I step. March when I step. Them Georgia boys. Hey, but we not from Atlanta. It's Boss Man the Blick and it's Crucial the Cake. When we come together, nigga form on me hammer. Fuck it, I had no manners. They sleeping on us good in they pajamas. I bam 'em, nail 'em down like a hammer. Stop playing with 'em, gon' kill 'em, nigga. Damn, what's next, nigga? I don't even know. I'm a giant around this bitch, nigga. Fee 5-4. I been round and around this game like a rope. It's about to go down like a motherfucking slope. If I had to be an animal, I'd probably be a goat. And I stay up in the hood, you can call me a coat. Can't beat me in rapping, nor beat me in trapping. Can't beat me in chess or tic-tac-toe. You better march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. March when I step. You better 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 march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. You better march when I step. March when I step.
I'm the lieutenant. I'm checking you bitches ain't minding your business. I'm from the trenches, you niggas ain't taking it serious. Pussies, they tend to be curious. You gotta be kidding me. I keep me a remedy. His head on the guillotine, that what it finna be. I know you scared of me, that what it better be. Open chest, nigga, but this ain't no let it be. So what are you telling me? Greener than celery. I know the truth that you niggas prepare for me. All of these bitches, I know they don't care for me. I'm cooking them up and I been had the recipe. Softer than pleasure me. Bitches, they pleasure me. That ass be so soft and they shake like the letter B. Calling me king and they wanna be queen. You messy little bitches, I do not fuck with you.
You better march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, better march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. March when I step. You better march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, better march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, better march when I step. You better march when I step. Nigga, march when I step. You better march when I step. March when I step.